Hey YouTube, I'm that dude named Dave and welcome back to my channel. Before we get started here, we gotta do my price of admission. I'm not asking for much. Like, subscribe, and clicking that bell notification below. So I'll give you guys a few seconds to do that. See, few seconds, I'm not here holding you up with any long intros. So today's video, we're coming to the Lapeef network. Now I gotta say, I rock with their channel. They're doing big things, the content is great. You need to go check their channel out and subscribe. Now in this video, the ladies in the panel, it got very spirited regarding relationships and who do you allow into a relationship when you have arguments and disagreements, and do you tell too much to your friends and significant others? So let's get to the video. We're gonna try to make this make sense.
Much leveraging your relationship. Because I tell you, if I find, and look, and I don't want to know, but if I ask you, hey, babe, what's wrong with you? And you say, oh no, Courtney told me don't say that. And get the hell up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Because see, I gotta deal with Courtney day to day. That chick don't. So now I'm gonna out leverage everybody. And if I even feel somebody have more leverage than me in my household, you gotta go. You for the streets. I put in my committee.
I think some. Okay. So what I was gonna say before I got cut off was that, you know, I just think that this is a lot of it is just not realistic. A logic. When you may have a situation, I feel like in relationships, it's about compromise. So every battle isn't for the fighting. Like sometimes you have to take the L on this one, like whatever. But I still may be tight about it. So that doesn't, and so if I want to go talk to my friend or my mom and be like, oh, this nigga get on my nerves today.
Your mom.
Like, that's not for you. That's not a conversation for you. And I think that it's healthy to be able to have a space where you can go and speak to someone and you know that conversation is not for anyone else's ears other than them. I think there's like a unhealthy codependency being coded that like every single thing is like, it's crazy.
No, Kayla, you know what, Kayla?
That little thing is
agree
not
with this?
agreeing with you, Kayla. That little thing said,
I don't care. Logic comes with, remember, he brings the drama. He brings us the drama and the dramatics.
Hey, can I tell y'all something that's
You
real?
call it that little thing.
that
Let
little
me tell y'all
thing.
something that's real. And again, I'm just speaking from a person that's been in a long
That
time
was funny to
relationship.
me.
Right? Here's the funny thing. I'm hearing everybody talk about, like, you know, I go to this person and talk to this person about my personal situations or whatever. One thing my girl told me, she said, when we have our disagreements, I don't talk to my sister about you. I don't talk to my family.
Facts.
Thank
You know
you.
Wait. You know why she don't do that?
Thank you.
Because when she's forgiven me, they haven't.
Thank
We
you.
bring too many people into our situations. Too many people. This is me and her thing. It is a weak thing. Now, this sidebar that we're having about, you know, protecting somebody else's privacy. Your friend and told you some information and you don't want to share that with your guy. You protecting their privacy. This conversation is about you having privacy, right? And the truth of the matter is, when you're in a relationship and you're in a committed relationship, and in particular, when you're married, it's the two becoming one. And that's where we missing it at. We not focused on the two becoming one because we still trying to maintain our independence.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I want to pause right there. Rilla is dropping some gems here. That is significant. So fellas, and for ladies, you hear that? Whenever you have a situation and you have a fight, don't go run to your friends, your sister, your brother, your mama, or your daddy, okay? Because what's going to happen is you're going to have that fight. Y'all going to blow up and go through what y'all going to go through, you know? And then let's say that you go run. If you're the woman goes, Mom, he over here, blah, blah, blah. And you know, mama, you know, whoever, they're going to be gassing you up knowing they rolling on empty. Okay, saying all they're gonna say, trying to comfort you, and then of course have their own interjections. Then you're gonna go back home. Then you and Bae gonna make up. You and Bae gonna have makeup sex. Then you and Bae gonna be all lovey-dovey. And then you and Bae gonna be doing good. Next time he comes by the crib, mama giving them hard eyes. Why? She ain't forgiving him because she remembers what she did to her baby. But her baby forgiving him because they done made up and been showing all that stuff. You see what happened, all that gap and distance? Because she ain't going to tell all the stuff that happened for the forgiveness part. She's going to be smiling and happily giggling, you know? So we have to be careful what we tell to anybody in our relationships. So let's get back to real. Let's get back to the video here.
As a whole, fully functioning human being, yes, you entitled to do it. Man, I thank God for free will. He created us all free will human beings. You're right. But listen, I want you to surrender everything to me willingly. This is by choice, not force. I ain't forcing you to give up nothing. But if I gotta question this or question that, then man, you could do all that. You can do all that talking while you walking. Don't play things over here, man. For real, like what we talking about?
I agree with you, really. And the fact you want to vent to your mama, yo, anytime you want to talk bad about your man to your mama will remember that shit.
That's what I'm just saying.
Well, Caribbean mamas remember that shit. So
hey,
now your mama got a bad taste about your man. Like, come on. Like,
she co-signing what I'm saying here.
All people you want to choose your mama. I agree with Rilla. You know how women are. Then they gonna start, leave that man, leave him. He ain't good for no. They gonna be talking mess. And then as Rilla says, when y'all get back together, they're gonna be doing the same thing, yapping. Like that's what women do.
Yeah, really been studies been done.
I don't say nothing till it's over.
My mom is my best.
No matter how bad the relationship might be, I ain't saying shit till it's over. Then
major things is totally different than if I'm just venting about an argument that we had the other day and how you get on my damn nerves today. That's totally different than
why you don't talk to your partner
hard in the relationship. I don't understand why. My mom is my best friend. My mom is young. Me and my mom go out. We do stuff together. We went to Jamaica together. We are close like that. So she knows when I'm just venting and I'm just going off and I'm just complaining. She knows the difference. Like
it's like big blow ups or big arguments. We understand, but I don't see anything wrong. Like I'll tell my mom, "You getting on my nerves. Is it me? Am I tripping?" And my mom's like, "Yes, girl, it's you. You know, I raised you." Like my mom, so it really depends.
Them little shit.
I have to pause it here because I don't want to lose the point here. Because you saw how Kayla was talking. Kayla has been on the show for a while as far as one of the panelists, and she is single. And that's one thing I want to point out is that she is single, and you can take many videos and look at, from the Lapeef network, but being best friends with her mother, telling everything, telling trips like that. What's the first thing you hear if I hear that? I think of women keeping other women single. I said it. Don't care what y'all gonna say it here. If she's that open to tell her mama anything about her relationship, I don't care how nice her mother is. I don't care how great a relationship they have. Her mom is still imperfect. Her mother is still a human being. Her mother still has her own opinions and ideas that could run afoul to what she actually needs because her mother's married. Her mother came from a different time period, even though she's younger, and her mother got her man. So the modern black women are not giving good advice to the younger generation. The fact that she's at her age right now talking like this, and the men on the panel are all saying the same thing. Why are you doing this? Let's get back to the video.
Because if y'all want to vent to your little shit one time.
Hold on, y'all. We got to do one at a time, y'all. One at a time. One at a time, family.
Don't tell nobody my business with me and my man. Why are you putting the outside environment?
It's not healthy. It's not healthy to hold things in.
Tell the person you're in.
It's getting wild now.
It's level. If it was a gift that I gave my man and I don't think he liked it, I was like, Mom,
look at Rilla.
Let
me stop here. You see how, the men are back chilling. The women, you see how loud it's going back and forth. They're over talking. You have one half that is in agreement and one half is not in agreement. It is wild chaos. So whenever I do a live show, I'll make sure that I won't have this much gang of women because we'll never get anything accomplished and no one's going to hear anything. All right, back to the video.
Should it have been something else? It's still a conversation about
Rilla's still trying to get in.
Right.
But that's not a negative conversation about
your man.
It doesn't matter.
It's levels.
Whether it's negative, whatever.
Business.
We're not talking about a gift, okay?
What I'm saying,
it could be anything.
What me and Kayla said was that we're not discussing if it's like personal arguments and things like that. We keep that at home.
Yes.
But if I'm saying, Mom, you know, we over here keep going to the sports bar.
Look at the fellas.
Drinking too much beer, Mama. Is it me? I'm tripping. Like, it's different conversations that you can have that your man is to make sure you in check.
Y'all hear this?
A lot of times where I said, Mom, I'm getting upset. Is it me? And I get in check. Yes, it's you. You're being overly sensitive.
I believe Courtney's single as well.
These are regular conversations.
Yeah. Why are y'all getting somebody else to tell you about yourself?
Hold on, y'all. Let's do one. Hey, family, let's do one at a time so they can hear us. Let's do one at a time so they can hear.
Yes. Why do I need someone to tell me?
Yeah, like I never really understood that. Like, why you got to listen to yourself and kind of meditate and be in tune with yourself. Like, you should not need to go to someone else to validate what you really already know. Half of the time, if you go to someone else, the answer they give you knew. I don't know if you're looking for confirmation, but someone else, but you got to trust yourself more and tap in with yourself more. It shouldn't take someone who does not experience the everyday in and outs of your relationship to validate whether you're right or wrong about something.
Kayla ain't liking that. You see her body language?
Kayla, let me answer it because it's not.
Okay, it's getting catty now. Look at Mr. Logic.
It's not about validation. I keep a core group of people around me to always make sure that I'm accountable. Sometimes.
But you just said make sure you're accountable. That means validation.
I'm stopping the video here because that's coming to end the clip, and I am showing this video for a main reason. You saw at the top, the fellas were all in agreement. They were quiet, and Anton for a second chimed in, but he just fell back. Rilla was going back and forth. He made a point, but then he couldn't get back in. Trill couldn't even get in at all. You know, Mr. Logic had his point, but then you saw how that went. And then you saw the women on both sides of this argument here. I am stating that, fellas, we have to be careful of our women and who are they friends and who are they talking to. If we have disagreements and if we have arguments, that stays home base. I don't care if it's the smallest thing or the biggest thing. You do not run to your mama, your daddy, your brother, or your sister. Everything stays at home base because we are a unit. We rock as one. And when you bring others in, we can't rock as one because, like was said earlier, you're going to forget the other person when the argument's over. But you know what, though? You're not going to run to the friends and tell all the details of that forgiveness, whatever like that. And they weren't there for the sorry session and for the make-out session. So you know what? Your friends or your mama may not have liked your significant other anyway. All they needed was one tidbit of information to say, see, I told you he was no good. I told you she'd go move on. And you know what happens? Every time that you're going to have that talk with your mama and your friends, there's going to be a little bit of nugget here. If you mention anything negative, why are you still with him? I thought you was going to leave him that last time you came talking to me. I don't care how loving they're going to be, and they could be calm, cool, and collective. But as long as you put something negative, they're going to be 100 pro you and look at the other person as less than and want to keep it moving. So fellas, watch out who your lady circle is. Even if it's her mama and you find out about that, we have to nip that in the bud because we're not running to our mama and our daddy telling our problems. Yes, we may have a friend, but even though we have a best friend, we keep the details to us. We take that to the grave. So I'm gonna put the link in the description below. Rock of the Lapeef Network and their channel. They're doing big things here. Let me know if I'm off base here. I know the video kind of got a little out of hand here, so let me know what you think about the video and let me know about the thoughts on letting others in your relationship. But until next time, I'm that dude named Dave. I'll see y'all later, YouTube.